of the continent to make sure they keep their cup. So please, you want to start preparing for that right now, you know how to do it. They showed us on the pitch how you prepare for that competition. Right, I'm still waiting for your messages. If you're sleeping, please get up and send Pochi a text message. Tell me how you want to spend your 14th of February. If you want to spend it in church, like the artist just told us, okay, no problem. You want to spend it with someone special, what will you be doing? Now let's talk about animal conservation, especially the pangolins, the 3 species we have in Cameroon. And there's a young lady who's joined me here, so we'll talk about it. Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Pucci.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I still feel like saying Happy New Year.
Same to you. The New Year is still fresh.
It's still quite early into the year. But we're talking about the pangolin and the conservation. But first of all, though, do you want to situate people who do not know the pangolin and the story around it?
Okay. Pangolins are the only scaly mammals in the world, and right now they're the #1 trafficked mammals in the world. So pangolins are very highly threatened. That's why the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, in collaboration with the Zoological Society of London, brought together a group of 9 early career conservationists from diverse backgrounds to champion the cause for pangolin conservation in Central Africa. So this program has been going on now for a while. We've been on for like a year, 1 month now running, and we still have like 6 months. So we want to come up and see what we can do for pangolins.
What are pangolins for? When you say they are like the highest trafficked animals, I begin to wonder, what do you traffic them to do?
Okay, that's an interesting question, because most people say pangolin is a delicacy and they don't see why they should be able to.
Okay, it's for bushmeat.
Yeah, for bushmeat. So bushmeat consumption locally, people really, really like the meat, and then internationally for the scales. So that's what is really posing a threat to our pangolins, because the Asian population, especially China, is demanding the scales at very high quantities for medicine. They use it medicinally. So that's what is really posing a threat to the species, and that's what we're trying to curb the trade internationally. So recently we were on CITES and we succeeded to upgrade the other 2 pangolin species. So in Cameroon there are 3 species: the black-bellied, the white-bellied, and the black-bellied, and white-bellied, black-bellied, and giant pangolin in Cameroon. So we've succeeded to upgrade the other 2, which were not in Class A prior to now. That's the black-bellied and the white-bellied. And they're now in the Appendix 1 of CITES. It means there's 0 quota for trade in their scales or the flesh or anything.
So anybody caught trading
in it now, it's illegal.
Could face
because
the law.
Yeah.
Tell me about, what do you tell people when you want to dissuade them from eating pangolins or from using or trading in pangolins? What do you tell them?
It's tricky,
if you had
because
a trader in front of you, and
it's tricky because it's lucrative to start with. They make a lot of money from it. So we just want to call on the Cameroonian population to come together and protect our wildlife for us. Because the first thing I always tell people is pangolins are endemic to Africa and Asia. So we want to keep the species. It's going to bring a lot of ecotourism. We're going to get a lot from tourists and researchers coming in to find out about this species. And then secondly, pangolins they act as insect regulators, because they feed predominantly on ants and termites. So they can regulate your insects for you, so you have natural insecticides rather than buying all the insecticides in the world.
Definitely, if you want to have a rare species of animal, and that is you said it's present only in Africa and in Asia. And that's how you promote tourism, by keeping things that others don't have at all. You maybe want to think of protecting the pangolins and not eating them. We can eat other things. So Cameroon is a country with varieties. You talk about fruits, we have a variety. Talk about vegetables, talk about animals. So if it's bushmeat you like, please look elsewhere. Pangolins are taken, and now they're in the red list. So yes, thank you very much for coming on Hello Cameroon. Any message on your list before you go?
Because the reason why I'm here today is to talk about World Pangolin Day. So it's a day that brings together activists, enthusiasts for pangolin conservation to spread the word on pangolin. So this year we're going to start by participating on Promote, which is beginning on the 11th, and then it runs through the 11th to the 19th. So on the 18th, we'll be celebrating World Pangolin Day here in Yaoundé at Promote stand. We'll be at the American Embassy stand here in Yaoundé. And we're also taking it to Bamingjerem National Park, where we'll be at Mbakao at the WCS base there. Yeah, and we're going to carry out so many activities, especially with the children, because we believe they're the future. So we want them to know and then change the practices that our parents have done that has endangered our species. Yeah.
I kind of buy that idea, because if people grow with that attitude, maybe they'll respect and love the pangolins better.
So. And then just to add one last thing, last year we celebrated with partner NGOs, but this year MINFOF is very, very, very highly involved, which means that they're going to take sanctions seriously. So anybody caught, harvesting or trading in pangolins is going to face the sanctions, and it could be up to 3 years imprisonment and a fine of up to 10 million. So
if you go to jail now for the next 3 years, you won't watch the Cup of African Nations in 2019, and you won't see the Lions keep the cup again in this country. So please don't trade in pangolins. It could be very dangerous.
It could be.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Pucci, for having me.
And please keep updating us on what's happening in the conservation of pangolins in Cameroon.
Right.
Now let's take you to discover an artist called Jeff Apule. He's a talent in drama, a talent in film, in the film industry in Cameroon, and he caught the attention of our camera, and this is what he gave.
They say he is a proud fella, but he says he's just being a different man. They have called him Playboy, but he says his only football field is on set. Someday, or some people say he's very proud, but he says it is because he has got his act together. His name is...
Jeffrey is a Cameroonian actor. I am 32 years old, and I have been in the film business for 5 years. I like depicting myself naturally as an accident child of the Cameroon film industry. At the time